My name is Jason Simard, and I am the founder of Sims Coaching Systems. I'm here with my co-founder, Joe Moretti, and we're here on the 7-Figure Real Estate Podcast, the podcast you didn't know you even needed. Everyone, get your notepads out. Let's go. We're going to bring you value week over week, and we're actually going to be a lot of fun, and we hope to make you laugh out loud. Subscribe to our channel. Check the content out. If you're looking to take this to a whole nother level, we got you covered.
Here we are. Back again, podcast day. Jason, I gotta say, you're looking handsome, my friend. You're looking as good as I've ever seen you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So Jason has officially been replaced. This time he did quit the podcast for good. So we wish Jason well in Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah, all his future endeavors.
All his future endeavors. No, Jay is at, what's it called? The Fire Conference, Awaken the Fire Within... Firewalkers like Anonymous. I'm not even sure what it is, but an amazing thing that they're doing right down in Cabo for EXP. I believe Brent Gove's involved. It's all about agent attraction, building your downline, and the biggest piece is networking. It's all who you know, my friend.
It is.
So I know there's one question that is burning on everybody's mind right now, Laird.
What is that?
No, who is that?
Who is that?
Who is that? So Laird, Mochnacz, my good friend, you are part of the Sims Real Estate Group.
I am.
So right now you are occupying the admin chair.
Currently, yes.
For now.
But
you are a coach at heart, my friend. You have done some shit that people can only dream about.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say.
And man, it's almost like Shrek and Donkey. I'm not saying which one's Shrek, which one's Donkey.
Right.
But you got layers like an onion, layers like a parfait. Yeah. And every time we meet, you're probably one of the most inspirational people I know. You and I will chat for 15 minutes, and then I'm looking for investment opportunities for the next probably 48 hours.
You're not going to make me cry today, are you?
No.
It's not Barbara Walters.
No, it's not Barbara Walters. I'm more of a Howard Stern.
Okay.
I'll piss you off before I make you cry.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay.
But I will say you are an amazingly beautiful, gifted, talented individual who inspires me to be better in my business every single day.
Thank you.
And one thing I really respect about you is you're so unassuming and humble, my friend.
Appreciate it.
So give us a bit of a backstory on you.
So the backstory is I started investing in real estate in the crash of 2008, 2009, kind of midway through, and just started acquiring properties and became very addicted to it. And just one thing led to another. And I've just built up a nice portfolio over the last 15 years with my two business partners. And now I've partnered with you guys. And it's exciting times. And I think we're coming into another great opportunity, just like 2008, 2009, not to scare people, but there's some volatility. And I think volatility will create opportunities for the right people with the right mindset. So I think this is a great time that we can acquire assets, and people should be looking.
I love it. And the thing that inspires me the most is there's people out there that kind of talk the talk, and there's people that walk the walk.
Right.
You have a massive investment portfolio, and it's something that is just, to me, it's jaw-droppingly impressive. So talk to me. You invested heavily in the U.S. in the beginning.
Right.
So what did that look like? Kind of walk us through your process.
So it starts out, not with the goal of, I never had these massive goals to have 2,000 doors or 5,000 doors. It starts small. But the thing that I love about real estate is that it can grow and you can scale it, just like lots of real estate agents with their businesses, they grow and they scale it. And so it just started out with single family homes, and then we got into multifamily, and it just grew and things became more efficient. And that's what I started to look at, is efficiency, because there's only so many hours in a day and we only have a certain amount of time. So what is the best use of our resources, and what are the best properties to own that we can scale this and take it to a larger level as quickly as possible? So what we found is that when you get into the multifamily space or commercial assets like that, it's just more efficient and it's easier to scale and quickly build massive wealth.
Nice. And so I mean, there's so many things that we can talk about, but there's one thing I wanted to spend a few minutes on. Now, I want to look at it through two lenses.
Sure.
Lens of a Canadian real estate agent, lens of a U.S. agent. Because you have turned me on to PropStream.
Right.
So for anybody in the U.S., they're probably like, yeah, I think I've heard about it. Maybe I'm not quite capitalizing on it like I should. I don't know how to drill down on the leads. So let's talk about this from the lens of a U.S. agent. Because you and I spent some time this morning going through and actually looking at PropStream, and my jaw was on the floor. This is probably, I would say, the most underutilized tool for new U.S. agents. Because I'll tell you, Laird, one thing I hear all the time is, well, I don't know who to call. I don't have enough leads. This is the piece that's missing from my business. Like, I've got this Ferrari engine, but nobody's putting gas in it.
Right.
This, to me, is the fuel that everybody needs in their business if you are south of that wonderful 49th parallel. So let's talk a bit about PropStream. Let's set it up. I'm a brand new agent. Been licensed for maybe 3 months, 1 or 2 transactions under my belt. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. I have not turned the tap on a lead source. Laird, what should I do?
Well, I totally agree with your assessment. I think PropStream is a fabulous tool that people can implement right away and start seeing measurable results within 30 days. So logging into PropStream, the tool is about $100 a month US, and you can drill down and target these clients instead of typically Facebook ads and stuff like that can be costly. This is very cost effective. And you can go into PropStream, you can build lists, you can target high cash, high value equity properties, cash buyers, people in probate where family members have, passed away, son and daughter might live out of state. So these people have a motivation to sell their home, people that are going through divorce. So with PropStream, you can break all these different lists down and deep dive and really drill in, create a nice list that you can then target and skip trace, send out communications to, and build a really fabulous business.
Wow. Amazing. Mm-hmm. So what kind of leads are people going to get from PropStream? Like, maybe just walk us through, man.
They'll get a lot of leads out of it. Like with these lists, you can break them down to a nice number that's affordable so that you can send them out. And you could probably break it down and get 1,000 leads, 2,000 leads out of a list of maybe 30,000 leads.
Wow. That's insane. Because I know we took some time this morning and we just picked randomly. We picked Detroit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we randomly picked Detroit. And we went in there and there was like 211 pre-foreclosures.
Right.
There was over 44,000 vacant properties right now
sitting there.
Then there was like 30,000 cash buyers that it picked up in that area that were ready to pull that trigger.
Just in Detroit.
Right. And can you imagine just getting on the phone with an unrepresented cash buyer? Like, I would love to. So you've got access to the properties.
Yeah.
You've got access to the buyers.
Correct.
For $100 US per month.
So it's not a big investment,
no,
really, when you think about it, and it's a lot of low hanging fruit. So
one deal every 2 to 3 years will pay for what you've done inside that piece.
Exactly.
Right?
It should pay for it within the first month.
Love it. And so I think that there's so much value inside that PropStream that people aren't capitalizing on.
I agree.
New agents in the U.S. or any agent in the U.S. for that matter.
Yes, it's a fabulous tool.
So if you're running a team, right, have you unlocked PropStream for your team? I'm sure there's corporate packages available. I know we haven't gone that far down the rabbit hole. I'm sure there's enterprise packages. There's all sorts of things you can do where you can be adding users in there. So my question is if you are a team in the U.S., why have you not taken advantage of this? Why do you think people haven't taken advantage of this?
I think it's just the fear of the unknown. It's maybe they're not used to it. They're not, they haven't had access to it. I think once they dive into it, it's a fabulous lead source that they will wish they had have started implementing it sooner. But it's never too late. Just take action, get on there, try it out, build your list, do deep dives, play around with it, practice it. And see where it goes for your business. It's a fabulous tool, and honestly, I think there's $100,000 to $200,000 per month there, Joe, that people could make off of it using it.
Can I just
the
stop you
correct
for a
way.
second? Can you say that number one more time?
So I feel that if you use PropStream correctly, $100,000 to $200,000 per month after about 90 days, 60 to 90 days is achievable
There you go.
with the proper
Wow.
systems in place.
With proper systems. So now let's switch gears. Let's talk a little bit about Canadian agents.
Right.
Because PropStream right now, not available in Canada. I mean, the US, you can look up someone's shoe size if you want. Like, there's like all sorts of skip trace, there's everything. And this is compiled from like government collected data.
Right.
Let's talk about a Canadian agent. How can a Canadian agent capitalize on PropStream?
I still think there is value there. It's just
yeah.
slightly different. So for a Canadian agent, I would look at it more as you could be building these lists, and then you could be then selling the list to people that want them. So you could be advertising for cash buyers, all these different things, probate, divorce, high equity, and then you could be selling the leads. So there's income that can be generated there. You could also partner with people. Canadian agents can partner with U.S. agents and U.S. investors. So there's still value there for the Canadian agent that could profit from PropStream.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if we look at it, some of the most successful agents out there, I mean, they have virtual inside sales agents.
Yes.
So up here in Canada, you could theoretically be a virtual inside sales agent. So you could be calling the leads in Dallas, Texas. You could be calling the leads in Boise, Idaho. Or, again, Corona Del Mar, California. You can call those leads.
Yeah.
And then you can end up creating referral partners. How would you
Absolutely.
find a referral partner? Well, if you're through EXP, Workplace would be a great place to go for that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
reach out and ask. So again, you've got that opportunity now for referrals. Now, you had mentioned you can actually batch the leads and sell them. How would you do that?
How I would do that is I would go on to Fiverr or Upwork, places like that, and I would set up a profile and I would advertise my services for lead gen to realtors. And I would set it up. It's as simple as that. I would just go on, create a nice ad, use Canva or whatever type of product you want to use to build your logo and your design package, and then I would just start selling the leads.
Yeah, essentially what you could do is you would just download them on PropStream, like download as a CVS file,
Absolutely.
transfer that CVS file, then they can upload it right to whatever
And
database or CRM they're
and
using.
you could make it as specific as you want. So an agent would reach out to you and he would say, he or she would need, X amount of leads, and we need them in this market for this type of clientele for probate. And then you would just go into PropStream and you would create that. And if you're busy, you could get a virtual assistant to do it as well.
So you have quite a few virtual assistants in your business.
I do.
So virtual assistants, on average, what would that cost for somebody to help you out with this?
It's really actually pretty affordable. So you can get a very good virtual assistant from anywhere from $5 up to $15 per hour.
Wow, US. Okay. So virtual assistants. I mean, I like virtual assistants.
I do too.
I truly do. I think you can get some absolutely dynamic, amazing talent virtual. And I think sometimes we just sort of say, well, an accent, I'm not a fan, or some people in this area may not like an accent. But honestly, I think everybody has an accent. Like, I'm Canadian, and if I phone somebody in the US, they're like, Joe, I can hear your accent.
Exactly.
So no matter where you are in life, you have an accent. And I think
agree.
that adding that level of diversity in your business is phenomenal.
And,
Huge
and
believer.
virtual assistants allow you to scale to the next level. And that's so key because you need that extra push to move forward, and virtual assistants give you that flexibility to expand your business and take a step back from kind of the smaller tasks that aren't not necessarily worth doing, but there's a better use of your time. So it frees up time for you, and it's cost effective. And I think virtual assistants is just a fantastic way to take your business to the next level and free up time. More valuable time for yourself.
And there's one other thing I want to cover. One more piece, Laird. There's one. I'm smashing the microphone here.
Take it easy. Don't get too excited.
I know. I get fired up, and you know me. I'm Italian. I get swearing.
Yeah,
my hands
are
move. I know.
flailing.
As you can see, they're going everywhere. So we talked at length over the last few weeks about Airbnb arbitrage.
Right.
And I truly believe this is something that people are not capitalizing on. So what are your thoughts? Well, first of all, if you could break down what Airbnb arbitrage is and maybe mention how people in Canada and the US can turn this into an investment opportunity.
Right. Okay. Well, Airbnb arbitrage is a way to acquire properties when you might not have a lot of funds at your disposal. So sometimes people get scared off and they'll say, well, I don't have enough money to do certain things, so I'm just not going to do it, which is not necessarily the right thing to do. You should always take action and always try and get better than you were the day before. And so with Airbnb arbitrage, what it is you might have a property, Joe, and you're renting it out, or you want to rent it out. It's going to be vacant. You need a tenant. And I might not have money for a down payment to get into an investment property. So what Airbnb arbitrage is I approach you and I say, Joe, I see that you have a rental and you're renting it out for $1,500 a month. Would you allow me to sublet it and rent it out on Airbnb? And you have to let the landlord know. You just can't sign a contract, give first month's rent and a damage deposit, and then start Airbnb somebody's property without their consent. But the pitch would be to the prospective landlord is that, you know what, Joe, I'm going to have cleaners coming in here 3 or 4 times a week. Airbnb has a $1 million insurance policy in case you're worried about damage. I can also take out a policy as well, separate on top of the Airbnb, and I will cover $200 or less of just minor damage. If it occurs, I will just fix it out of pocket. You won't have to worry about anything. And a lot of landlords are open to this. And so now all of a sudden you're controlling someone's property and you're making the money in between the what you rent it out for, what you're paying for the rent, and what you're Airbnb-ing it for.
Wow.
So with Airbnb, I might be bringing in $5,000 a month, but I'm paying out $1,500 in rent and I'm making the difference.
Love it.
So it's a powerful tool and you can acquire properties very fast this way.
Wow.
Like extremely fast. And maybe 5-6 properties. Now you're making $100,000 a year just off of 5 or 6 properties that you don't own.
Love it. There's so many different investment pieces out there. And I think sometimes we get so focused on, well, I need to, buy a rental in my backyard. I need to overpay for it. I need to get into multiples and
To see it, touch it.
Yeah, to see it, touch it, taste it, feel it. And I think people just miss the bus on so many different investment opportunities.
They
right?
do.
Especially in the US. So I got to say, I'm always really, really inspired when you and I get to hang out. And
me too.
I'm going to put in a little bit of a plug. So, Laird, you're going to be one of our newest Sims coaching systems coaches coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited for
And
that.
one thing I'm really excited about is we are in the works of creating an investment mastermind.
Yeah,
an investment
that's
course.
exciting.
So we should have that launching late spring into early summer, and it'll be a place where people can come in, learn about just different investment opportunities, different investment tools, but most importantly, you're going to hear about different investment opportunities in different marketplaces that you can maybe partner up with. So it'll be amazing for mastermind,
It'll be excellent.
amazing for knowledge, because I think there's so many creative things out there in the real estate industry that's not just buying a rental. Because people get stuck in that. So many things you can do. So again, man, super inspired every time we get to chat.
Oh,
so
it's good to
you
see
heard
you.
it here from Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad himself. Laird, always a pleasure. One last thing before we go. We have something absolutely just mind-blowingly awesome coming up. We have the Sims Coaching Systems Roadshow.
Oh, I'm
first
looking forward
week
to that.
of May. May 1st, we are going to be in beautiful Kelowna.
Oh, Kelowna is such a great
And
place.
it is. It really
How
is.
can you not have fun in Kelowna?
How can you not have fun in Kelowna? And then on the 3rd, we will be in Vancouver. So we'll be
Another great market.
across the pond in Vancouver. And then on the 5th, it's my hometown, man.
Oh, are you getting excited?
Hometown throwdown. So we'll be...
Lots of friends and family.
Oh,
out?
yeah. The whole place, I have a whole VIP section done. So I'll have all my family there, people throwing shit at me when we're on stage.
Yeah. Big Italian family.
Big Italian family. They'll be throwing spaghetti up there.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing day-long sessions. There's going to be like meet and greets. There's going to be like networking, cocktail mixers, lunch. Zinger's going to wash your car while you're in there. There's also
what's better
valet
than
service
that?
as well. So super pumped on that. So
I-
bring
I-
your car, give them your keys. Check your mileage, though, and make sure there's no loose change floating around your seat, or that's going to go missing, too.
I was quite impressed with Mr. Zinger. The green room here at Sims is fantastic.
It is.
Yellow M&Ms, Fiji water.
White chairs.
White chairs.
It really is.
It's great.
Yeah, he's the best. So we're pretty lucky. We're very lucky. I also have requested that we have 4-ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
So that also makes life easier.
Well,
over
you
here at
do.
Sims, so,
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has to go in and double up the rolls
Yeah.
by hand. But,
Yeah. Good for him.
We love him. I'll tell you, it's amazing when you work with your best friends.
It's kind of like Entourage. I find Sims, it's like the TV show Entourage. It's just everybody's all buddies.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely Turtle.
Yeah.
He's definitely Turtle.
He is Turtle.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's Johnny Drama?
Oh, probably me. I'm the oldest guy here.
Yeah,
so
you're Johnny Drama.
I probably own Johnny Drama.
Yeah.
I definitely do. So again, Laird, super grateful.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you so much for taking the time.
Oh.
Like, you actually you drove like an hour and a half to come and hang out with us
For you
today.
guys, anything.
So
anything.
So here's final sign off. We have Sims, we have the Agent Academy, Investment Academy coming up. We have a Commercial Real Estate Academy coming up.
That's exciting.
That's exciting. We have the Road Show coming up.
So much stuff going on.
There is, but there's one thing that I think is all encompassing that is happening right now, today, Laird. Today. Major League Baseball, opening day 2023. Yankees and the Giants. When you'll be watching this, of course, the game will be over. Hopefully the Yankees pull off a dub. I'm going Yankees all in. World Series champions 2023.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. It's time. Laird, always a pleasure, man.
Good seeing you,
Good
buddy.
seeing you, homie.
Let's do this again soon.
Yeah, for sure. Like in about an hour.
Okay, sounds good.
Later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.